Princess Diana's tragic death at age 36 on August 31, 1997, has stayed fresh in many people's minds, even after all these years. Many investigations have been launched into the events of that night and the final moments of the storied royal's life. According to the BBC, Princess Diana was fatally injured in a Paris car crash while trying to flee a horde of paparazzi chasing them into a tunnel. The driver and Diana's companion, Egyptian film producer Dodi El Fayed, died at the scene of the accident. Diana, however, was still alive, and French authorities cut her from the automobile wreckage. After that, she was rushed to Petit-Salpêtrière Hospital, where she ultimately died. In the years following Diana's death, conspiracy theories were circulated by many people, including Al Fayed's father, Mohammed.
They been murdered. Dodi and Diana been murdered, definitely.
Monsef Daman was the medical doctor who attended to Diana when she arrived at the hospital. According to one theory, Daman and his colleagues were tied to an alleged British plot to kill the people's princess. These claims, of course, have never been proven. In his first interview since that fateful night, Daman spoke with the Daily Mail on June 18, 2021, and revealed what happened to Diana in his care, finally setting the record straight about Princess Diana's last moments alive. Daman recalled that Diana arrived at the hospital around 2 a.m. on August 31, 1997. At the scene of the accident, paramedics worked hard to stabilize the princess after a cardiac arrest. But once she made it to the hospital, she underwent x-rays, which revealed that Diana had, quote, very serious internal bleeding. Daman and the other doctors tried to relieve the bleeding and hemorrhaging with several procedures, including a surgical one performed by Daman himself. He told the Daily Mail, "I did this procedure to enable her to breathe. Her heart couldn't function properly because it was lacking in blood." In the midst of the procedure, Daman realized that Diana's pericardium was torn. This is the membrane that protects the heart. It was then Daman realized the princess was in much worse shape than he originally thought. At 2:30 a.m., Daman and his medical colleagues called on France's top heart surgeon, Professor Alain Pavie, to take over. Pavie took Diana to an operating room, where he and the other doctors finally uncovered the source of her profuse bleeding. Her upper left pulmonary vein was torn. Essentially, she had what The Independent described as a hole torn in her heart. Daman recalled to the Daily Mail that Pavie sewed the tear together, but it was too late. Diana's heart had stopped. The doctors struggled to restart the princess's heart for a full hour until they stopped resuscitation efforts at 4 a.m. In his interview, Daman said, "We tried electric shocks several times, but we could not get her heart beating again. We fought hard. We tried a lot, really an awful lot. We could not save her, and that affected us very much." The doctors took extraordinary measures to help save Diana, yet despite all their efforts, they still came under police scrutiny. In the 2000s, the medical personnel's efforts to save Diana were investigated during Operation Paget, led by former Metropolitan Police Chief Lord John Stevens. After interviewing a renowned British forensic pathologist about the events on the night Diana died, Stevens concluded, "Those involved in the emergency treatment and surgery were highly qualified and experienced in their field. Their evidence showed that every effort was made to save the life of the Princess of Wales. No other strategy would have affected the outcome." However, the tragedy of Diana's death and subsequent investigation caused Daman and his colleagues to feel tremendous guilt for not being able to save the iconic royal figure. Daman said, "When it's a princess and you follow her funeral along with billions of other people and you had tried to save her, that obviously marks you, because it's so terrible that this beautiful person had such a tragic end."